Hi, welcome to a brand new video of the Target Individual Program, the Target Individual Experience. So I'm over by Pam, came down here. It was raining, so I couldn't really record. So they've been running the deportation theme. I get to the bus stop, woman standing with an umbrella, we need a flag, get off the bus, get to the other bus, dude standing at the other bus stop, turns when he sees me. He has a Grenadian flag, headband in his back pocket, right? So I went to get my medication. I get to go to get my medication. They always do things to try to subliminally send me messages to prevent me from going, right? So they're using pregnant women, all this nonsense or what have you, which I don't really care because I know what it is that they're doing, plain and simple. Then got on the bus, got off the bus again, doing the whole staring down at their sneakers stuff. So I get to my daughter's school, and I'm waiting for her to come out. Okay, her class to come out, and I turned. Right, this is where they start using silent sound, mind control, to direct me. So I turned, and the other side that was on. Okay, so there's like a you guys seen videos where I walked in the schoolyard, stuff like that. So on the other side is like there are two steps you got to go up. So it's elevated, and then you have a what you call it. It's not a railing, but it's like it's a wall, right? So it's a wall, and it looks very low on one side, but on the other side is steep. So when you're standing on the platform and you look at the wall, so not, it looks very short on one side, but on the other side it's a steep drop. So they send me a subliminal, not subliminal, but they send me a command to go over there and step over it so I can get to the other side because she was on. They had, and this is what they do. So when they came out, they deliberately put her class on the other side. Normally her class comes onto the side that I was going to. But again, I wanted to show you guys how this is all planned, right? So they sent me silent sound command to walk over and go over the wall. But I didn't because what happened was there was a guy that was there, right? He came, takes out his phone, then he looks over at the wall, right? And it was at that moment, right? No, sorry, that was after I received that command. So about just a few seconds later, he comes, he shows up, he looks at his phone, then he looks at me, then he turns and he looks over at the wall, right? So then you have some of the teachers again, teachers in the school. They all know what it is that's gonna happen. So they started looking at me, started doing his hand signal stuff like that. But I didn't walk over to the wall because I know if I stepped over there, right? And again, this is how they test your memory, okay? But remember, I used to pick up my kids I still do almost every single day when they were going to that school, when Ethan was going to that school, my daughter's going there. So I know, but they're trying to test my memory because again, they've been, remote monitoring me, right? Simple as that, right? So, and they know when they do that, it affects my short-term memory. So of course, I didn't step over the wall, right? Because I would have hurt my back and probably fell and injured myself. But just to let you know how, if you're not aware, okay, like a lot of us are not aware of these technologies and these weapons, that a lot of times when we do things, okay, it is because, and particularly if you're targeted for whatever reason, and you don't know about technology, you will end up doing things to hurt yourself or hurt somebody else, right? And this is what they want. This is exactly what they want. So I'm walking on my way back now, and they had this another guy that's there. He's like, "You look mad as hell." They all basically they all look upset and mad because I didn't step over that wall, right? But anyway, then I got into Pam's building. Of course, you had her super there because again, this is all planned. This is all. I wanted to show you how they try to make it, how to try to make you very suspicious and all of this stuff. So he comes and he's like, "Oh, you know that thing on the wall? There's a thing on the wall. I need you to change the battery." Now the battery in the thing is fine. The battery is not dead, anything like that. Okay, but again, this is what they do, right? To how they try to make you paranoid or make you instead of paranoid. So, um, so anyway, so like I'm talking to myself, listen, I have batteries, I'll change it. No, 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 I can change it. I'll do it. I said I'll change it. He keep on insisting. I'm like, dude, I can change it. It's not a big deal to put some damn battery in a damn sensor. That's all it is. Okay. And he's like, oh, it's a sensor for the heat or what have you. And I'm like, okay, what are they doing, right? Because this is the first time in some of the time that uh, uh, that thing was been on there that he insists. So he's on the phone with somebody, oh yeah, yeah, he's gonna change it and such and such. Oh, he's a computer guy. He's gonna change it and this and that and this and that. So anyway, I ended up changing the battery. I didn't take his battery. Use my battery. Got to him. I said, listen, I have batteries. That's okay. I can change it. But it's when the point where you get says insist. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna play that game. Okay, because I could have taken the battery just to let him know. But I'm like, save your batteries. I have tons of batteries. It's fine, you know. But the fact that they try to insist, this is what they do. How they try to push stuff on you, right? Even though you don't want it, they still try to put. It's like again, I talk about how when they target me, how I can see this is what they do into society as a whole. Maybe not to the extent that we as TIs are being targeted because we're just individuals and when they target us in the manner that they do, it is an intense, it is detrimental, it is psychologically damaging, as well as physically damaging, right? Neurologically damaging, and so this is one of the things that they do, right? To try to give me this sense of well, I'm being motherfuckers. I know I'm being monitored. I don't need to be reminded every single time. Okay, I know I'm microchip. I don't need to be reminded every single time. I don't need you to try to trick me into trying to believe in they turned off the signal, what have you. They ain't never gonna do that. As TI, we should know that. We should know that. We are a victim of non-consensual human experimentation. Okay, they make money off of us because they study us because the AI sends whatever message they want to send and whatever we transmit back through the microchip. Okay, it's the purpose of advancing artificial intelligence. Okay, a lot of people out there are so gullible and so dumbed down to think that these things don't happen. We know they happen. Okay, like I said, and so when I received that transmission, that command to walk over that wall, I didn't because it reminded me, like I said, when they do things like this, it reminds me, like I said, before I even become aware of being a target, things that used to happen to me. Okay, for example, I got to talk about how I was in the Caribbean with me and my eldest son, mother, and him. We went on vacation to visit her family, right? And I'm on the beach. All of a sudden, I just got a command that says "look up." This was in maybe February of what was it February? It was January or February of 2022. My son was born in 2021. I'm sorry, that's 2001. So it was January or February 2002. Okay, not 28. So January, February of 2000. Ah, shit. Damn, I just slipped. January of February of 2002. Okay, and I received the transmission. It just says the voice of my it just says look up. And when I look up, I talk about this with this SUV just stopped, right? And the guy in the middle of the road now, in the middle of the road, the guy got out of the SUV and just walked away and left the SUV right there. And I didn't think anything of it because, like I said, I didn't even know these technologies existed. I was like so, like I said, ignorant to a lot of shit. Okay, until I started doing a lot of research over the past decade and a half. All right, because they've been in this for over a decade. Like I said, my brother was targeted in the mid '90s, so I'm pretty sure because the fact that we are twins that I was targeted also, but I didn't know. I did not. I had no idea, and this is how they set us up. Okay, so like I said, so the fact that they're doing that now, they try to make me paranoid. Like, come on, come on. And like I said, don't go. I'm not going. Don't go through all that. You want to just come see me. Get your warrant, whatever. Get whatever you do. Just come and see me. I'm not going nowhere. I continue to do this video regardless of the threats you send. I'm still doing these videos, and I will continue to do them because I want you to come knock at my door. Well, like I said to TIs, the way how we gonna expose these people, okay, is through the legal system. And if you can't do it to the legal system, we do it by exposing it by doing our videos. Okay, doing interviews. Okay, putting information out there. This is what we have to do. And like I said, if you're a TI and you're just, you got to defend yourself, whatever means necessary, you do what you got to do. I'm not gonna encourage you to do it, but I'm not gonna condemn you if you do, because I understand, because it is an act of violence against you, and other TIs. It is a violent act, and we have a right to defend ourselves. Now they may try to spin it however way that they want to spin it, like they always do. Okay, because they have an agenda. Okay, but like I said, I wouldn't recommend it. But I won't condemn you because I understand. Because there are times when they try to put me in that predicament, in that situation where, like I said, trying to get people to sell me things that, let me tell you. Then I begin to realize how it is that they create some of these lone wolf, what you call mass shooters. I understand how they do it, and they know that I understand. You see, because I'm wide awakened. I can see, like I said, I see the psychological programming, the psychological indoctrination. I see it's like you see the codes in the movie The Matrix. I talk about the movie The Matrix where Neo, he's able to see the code. I see the psychological programming within you and I, within the general population. Okay, I see it, and I know exactly what it is. Like I said, I at this point now, I know when at times they try to take control or hijack my consciousness. Okay, but anyhow, just want to put that out there. Okay, like I said, I understand what it is that they're doing. Okay, I understand what their agenda is, right, to cause division. And why they're causing division, particularly us as black people, why they're causing division within our group. We look at each other with the same disdain, the same hate that when they look at us, how they feel. Can't fall for that. We can no longer afford to fall for these things. Okay?